think we're really here.
Hello.
Hopefully.
I'm here.
Hello.
Are you guys here?
All in port.
Yep. Maybe calling some backup.
Came to the rescue. Basically turned it off and turned
Yep.
what works. Well, hello, everyone.
Happy Friday.
Papa Chicken and Papa Chicken are here. Hunter T. Schmid got some primers.
Nice.
Source, iterator, ready player.
Yes.
I mean,
yes,
the chair
was.
was changed, so
Yes.
somebody was here.
Yes. He did.
Ghost Hunter. Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Spencer Reed said, "What would you do for undead orc skin?" I would run, probably. I don't want to see that.
Yeah, I'd run away. That sounds like a prime reason to be no longer in the position that you were previously.
I mean, just undead alone is all I really need to know.
To answer your question, I think you want to use much the same palette as this. Maybe use more faded green instead of like pale yellows.
Oh, I like the fabric cloak, whatever she has.
Yeah, I switched it to like a
yeah
purpley-ish burgundy.
Good. Who's that Jason guy that's always hanging around here? I know. He comes in and he changes my chair.
Does silly stuff. Makes silly jokes. Funny guy.
How's everyone doing? Happy Friday. It's only 75 degrees here.
I'm doing great, Jen. Today is a great day. As also yesterday was a great day. I'm excited to have a nice relaxing weekend. Yeah. It'll be good.
What are you doing this weekend?
Let's see here. I'm getting a haircut tomorrow.
Oh.
Finally. I hate having long hair, and I have long hair right now.
Okay.
And it's driving me nuts. When I have to like do this,
in your
right?
face. Yeah,
it's
that's annoying.
It's definitely too long. So when y'all see me in the morning, or well, in the afternoon, on Monday, I will have a nice
Day with a fresh cut.
fresh cut.
One of my favorite TikTokers right now is this barber from, I think he's in like Wichita, Kansas.
Mm-hmm.
And he's young, and he, films everything, and he has them come in and he does his little consultation, asks what they want, what they're looking for, and they're always like real shaggy looking and
Yep.
kind of looking rough. And so he comes up with the plan, and then they do like a pan around the guy before, and then they do another one after, and it's like these crazy transformations that look just awesome.
It is amazing how much a good haircut can do.
Yeah.
It is like, yeah, it makes such a big difference. Hair is like one of the most transformative things for a person.
Yeah.
In general, hair and teeth.
Black Forest Painting, do we ship our paints to Germany? We can, but you're probably better buying them directly in Germany, because there's PK Pro, like Sir Addy says, and then I will also put our FLGS, because there are other options in Europe as well. PK Pro is our distributor in the EU, so they usually have the most stock, not always. Check the link there. We'll find them. Iterator said, my daughter has some large seashells she wants to paint for an Ariel costume with the new clear varnish work prior to airbrushing.
Yeah, as like a primer layer. Is that what you're talking about?
Ready Player Kit acquired Dark Jade. And gotta say something. What those are. But I hope that means that you like the Dark Jade. Papa Chicken said, Baby J, do the hair flip and then sing in a falsetto. You'll make all the zombie Baba Yagas swoon for sure.
What am I singing?
Whatever you want.
It sounded like a very specific request. So I'm sure it comes with a very specific reference.
Oh, it was a Chef's Kiss Ready Player Kit. Awesome. So glad that you love it. Route, happy Friday.
Hello, Route.
We got as far as Jordan's getting a haircut. That's about it. Because he's got the...
My hair is all crazy. You can't really see it. Not wrong way. It's so crazy.
Route said, haven't tuned in for a few days. Really liking this zombie you're painting up, Baby J.
Why, thank you.
You should see her mask that she's holding. It's pretty cool.
Oh,
what?
Yeah, I'll stick it back on the model.
Oh, she has eyes on there too.
Yeah, I don't really like how they turned out, but we can fix that. That's an easy fix.
Oh, I thought they were going to be looking back at her.
No, they were going to be looking at
Oh,
the
looking
camera.
out at, okay.
Yeah, but I don't think the positioning is great for it.
The way that it's...
Yeah, I also like the
yeah.
idea of it
'cause
being
it's hard to
them
get
just
them
being black, like they're like you can see through they're like holes.
Panic Bomb said you should sing "Let It Go."
I'm not familiar enough with the song to be able to belt it out for you.
General Ginkgo got a semi-local con this weekend. Got my go bag ready with paints and my entries for the painting contest all set to go. That is awesome.
Heck yeah.
Happy Friday to you, A. Kerwin.
Hello, happy Friday. Are you all gonna have a delightful weekend?
Yeah, what do you guys got going on? Just me and the dog until Wednesday.
Oh, he gets back on Wednesday?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Thought he wasn't back until Thursday.
He's back in the office Thursday.
Okay.
Papa Chicken said you should sing whatever your current favorite song is. Suggesting "Never Gonna Give You Up, Never Gonna Let You Down."
That's funny. That's a funny one. They made a funny
joke. Is that a current favorite?
No.
That song's probably older than Jordan.
Yes.
I think it is.
I'm pretty
I
sure
feel like
it
it's
is.
from when I was in high school. Well, Tomato, hello. Grout, gotta finish the paint. Finish painting all the Shatterpoint sets. I think I'm getting more for my birthday coming soon. What? Exciting. Oh, I agree. Rick Astley is timeless. Painting, and waiting for my monument rattle cans. Are they gonna arrive this weekend? Have you gotten your shipping notification? Nick Pye would like you to sing "Beauty School Dropout."
Never heard of it.
Cheers.
That was an appropriate response.
It's from the movie Grease.
Never seen it.
I wouldn't have expected
I mean, I have definitely seen musicals before, but...
you. What?
I've seen musicals before, but not
Yeah.
that one.
Bringing paints for the paint and take, brought some and shared them at another local con to spread the greatness of Procurl. That's awesome. Better than beauty school dropout is Cool Rider from Greece, which is an outstanding movie.
I was about to say, isn't that the one that people think is not very good?
No matter what anyone else thinks.
It's true.
In my opinion, it's fantastic. A classic.
Jen's
Give me
opinion.
Baby J all these choices and he still hasn't sung a single note in falsetto. Hobbyist, thanks for the brush soap. It's fantastic. Smells weirdly good. I'm glad that you like it.
Somebody's been hitting the beer.
We had someone send in an email to support saying, hey, you don't have to tell me everything, but I got this brush soap and it smells so familiar and I can't figure it out.
It's like,
I'm like, well,
do you like this?
if you have ever had a beer, then that's probably what you're smelling. Kruger, hello. We are here every day, Monday through Friday, 2 to 4. And I am slowly starting to feel better.
Yeah, I forgot that you were sick. You look totally
It just is
back to normal then.
I feel fine.
Yeah.
Mostly. I'm just annoyed. I'm tired of sneezing and blowing my nose and coughing.
It is the worst, as it turns out.
It's just annoying. Done.
I'm
Ready
done
to be
with
over
this.
it. Ready to be over it. Kruger wants to know if you're going to be painting the cookie box today.
No
Today?
cookie box today. We got a lot of work yet to do on the rest of this.
Ready Player Kit, general question. Painting a wolf dragon, for those who are unfamiliar. Thank you. And can't decide on a color palette. The box art is grayish, purples, and blue, but not sure if I want to stick to that. A wolf dragon. Can you imagine?
Wolf dragon.
Route, I don't think so. I don't. There's not that much in it, and to eat enough to have any kind of impact, you would be sick before that probably. So that's way too much soap to consume. Don't eat the soap.
Don't eat the soap. Ready Player Kit, in answer to your question, I'm just going to throw something out there, and it's going to be cool. And you should do a red body, red wings, gray fur.
There you go.
Maybe a little bit of burgundy in there to transition between the two. That would be pretty cool.
Here, meh. Said, hey, there, great skills.
Why, thank you, Fair May. Ready Player Kit. Ooh. Gotcha.
Very important question. Is the cat going to be black? Her hair's black.
Yeah. I don't know. It's not going to be an orange tabby. I can tell you that.
Calico.
Maybe. I want to avoid doing this as much as possible.
Oh.
Like
Yeah.
the dress is already pretty close.
Yeah.
Although I'm gonna color shift the cloak a lot so that it feels a lot less pink and purpley. I'm just kind of building up a lot of the highlights first.
I was just going to say Siamese route. Wonder if that would work as a Siamese. It's not like super fluffy looking, so maybe. Figured out what she's sick from. It's cat scratch fever. Jordan doesn't know that song.
Nope.
Is there little enough sculpted texture to be a hairless? Blech.
It is definitely got hair on it.
Definitely has hair. Good.
All right. So, Jen, My plan
Okay.
is I'm hoping I'm going to do research between now and the end of the year, and I'm hoping to get a cat at the beginning of next year.
Beginning of next year?
Yep. That is the plan.
I saw, happened upon it because, you know, they listen. A TikTok
They do.
of Maine Coon Mayhem is the account. And it
This
was
is
this
hilarious.
little teeny kitten. I mean, the page has Maine Coons all over it,
yeah.
but the particular video that I saw was this tiny little kitten.
Oh,
With those big ears. So cute.
so cute. Oh, kitty cats. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
A ghostly cat with OSL effect on the mask.
I don't know about that. I was thinking about maybe just doing like a floofy white cat.
I was just gonna say a white cat too.
Mm-hmm.
I think just a white cat. Be cool, like blue eyes.
Mm-hmm.
With bloody paws.
No. It's a nice cat.
Huh?
It's a nice cat.
It's a nice cat.
It's a loyal cat. Loyal kitty cat. How much of this does this actually cover? A good amount of it.
Yeah, I think either Siamese or white.
What's the Siamese cat look like?
They're like
A 10 could work. Oh, they got the like the like
black
dark
face.
yeah
Yeah.
with the super bright
Blue eyes.
eyes. Yeah.
Look at this one, how cute. Oh.
Wait, what? No. Oh, little snouty news. All right, mix in burgundy and Payne's gray. Make a little bit more of that plum color.
Kruger said, a very basic painting question from me. When you pick your colors for a certain part of a miniature, do you always have to pick different? Oh, I see. Do you always have to pick different colors, or can you just pick one and make it brighter and darker?
Generally, different colors will look better.
And
If you end up
anyway.
just adding white and black to everything, it tends to look really flat and very boring a lot of the time. Because there's so much variation in color in basically everything in our environment that there should always be a little bit of added color into everything, because light reflects off of everything, bounces all around your environment, and then back into your eyeballs. So those colors, when they're painted, or when they're being reflected off of stuff, it affects all the color around it. So, like, I could incorporate some of the skin color even into like this area here, because it would be reflecting off of the skin here. And same here. It not as much, but like those are the things you want to think about, right? Especially if you're doing more reflective surfaces.
Chris Cosme just popped in to say that your spray primers are good. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you.
Love to hear that feedback. They're starting to make their way into people's hands now.
They are.
It's very exciting. Which colors did you get, Chris? Or color? Matte varnish, maybe? Panic Bomb said, okay, so hear me out. Paint the cat pink. Pink plaid.
Nope. Nope. You're on timeout.
Plaid is over. We're done.
You've got your dose of plaid for the year. And maybe even more.
You got all four. Awesome. Yeah, Bakamaru, all of last month's Discord challenge was plaid. So there's lots of plaid there.
Yeah, we spoiled everybody. They got a plaid challenge out of us.
But did Baby J paint plaid?
Nope. Well, technically, I sort of showed you guys how to do it. So I'll take that as a yes, I did.
Move over, plaid. It's Paisley's time to shine.
Nope.
What happened to Paisley?
It disappeared into the ether.
Paisley was like super trendy when I was a kid. Or like junior high.
Paisley's like that really flowery.
Yeah, it's like little like yeah.
Yeah.
Source said, I have to thank Tesla for teaching me that plaid was not pronounced like played, and I have to thank Monument Hobbies for teaching me what it means. Happy to help. I'm curious, Source, how Tesla taught you how to pronounce plaid. You mean the car, Tesla? There's a plaid version of their Model S. Okay. Really? They have a plaid car?
Ugh. Ugh. They're not making any friends with that decision. Except for you heathens that like plaid a lot.
It's just what they named the sporty trim. Okay, so it's not an actually plaid car. I thought maybe it was Tesla the band. Just the package name, okay. Chris Cosme said, what colors are you using for the cloth? It looks amazing.
It is burgundy, dark hot pink, pale yellow, and then added in for the dark shadows is Payne's Gray.
Great. I'm gonna see a Cybertruck with a plaid body wrap.
Blech.
I saw one, not in real life, just in video, one that was wrapped with this weird, like, iridescent color shifting.
Also, blech.
Yeah, just Cybertruck.
Every time I see one of those
place.
things on the road, I'm just like,
I see them like once a week, probably. I see one.
Yep.
They were all over the place here.
well, you wasted a lot of money on that.
Kruger said, how are your colors always blended so perfect? I mean, you can see what he's doing. He's doing it all right here for you.
I'm not
Just patient.
not hiding anything.
Yeah.
It's a lot of layering colors on top of colors. Some really thin glaze applications to smooth the colors out. And then just close mixes to get in between stepping stone colors.
Someone with a giant Metallica logo on it. I wonder what Metallica thinks about that. One that's wrapped matte black in our city, and it looks decent. The matte probably looks decent, but the truck itself probably does not. I had to take Cora to the vet yesterday. You know,
Mm-hmm.
she gets a shot every month for her bad knee.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to help her. It does help her. And it's always a really easy appointment. I just take her in. The tech comes out, grabs her, takes her into the back, gives her the shot, brings her right back out. Super fast.
Mm-hmm.
So yesterday, and then while she's back there, I pay and everything. And it's like just a very smooth process. Yesterday, they took her, I paid, and as I was finishing up paying, these two ladies came out of another, like an exam room. They were finishing their appointment, and they each were holding, well, one of them was holding a little chihuahua, and the other one was walking a chihuahua on a leash.
Mm-hmm.
And they looked old. The chihuahuas looked old
Yeah.
and angry and just
Old and angry.
And I saw them come out, and I was like, okay, well, Cora's almost done. Cora does not like animals that are smaller than her. She just doesn't like them.
Afraid of them, or just like
I don't
offensively
know,
not?
angry. They just get under her skin. I don't know what it is, but she, like, if we're out walking and there's a cat that runs by, she just freaks out, like barks. She doesn't like go after him necessarily, but she
verbally tells
yes,
them that
she lets
they're
them
not.
know.
Yeah.
So these ladies are standing at the counter and they're finishing up their paying and stuff like that, and I hear the door open and I hear Cora's little And then one of the ladies was like, she kind of looks, she's like, well, who's coming? And I was like, oh no. And I go over really quick and I try to say to the guy, I'm like, this probably is not going to go well. So we need to like figure something out. He just keeps walking. I'm like, okay.
Gosh.
And she saw those little dogs. And the one that was the one that was in the lady's arms just started like hissing and like just so angry. And then the one on the leash was like, getting all like bouncy and stuff. And Cora made noises like I had never heard before.
Oh my gosh.
She was like howling. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm like, she's not gonna hurt you, but she's just real loud right now. Yeah. So then I finally got her like out the door and she was totally fine. She just stopped making all the noise.
She's like, all right.
It's like she forgot they
No
were
more.
there. We got in the car and she's like, oh, car, yay. Took my head out the window.
You guys have such a silly dog.
She's crazy. Derelictor said, thinking about having kids soon. How do you balance kids and painting?
I would not know.
None of us here have experience with this.
I do not have kids.
That is a question for you, chat. You got any tips for Derelictor? Put them out there.
And to be clear, I don't not have kids because I paint. It's not.
Yeah, there's not a.
That's not the
there's not
reasoning for it. I have kids. Let's balance.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think that there's really any kind of balance when you have children. Until they're older. At least.
Children are largely just ungrateful snot machines. They're sort of grateful when they're kids.
I have friends with. There's a very wide range of ages of my friends' children. Because I have some who have adult children, like in their early 20s. And then I have some friends who have toddlers. So the whole range of ages. And the ones that are kind of in the middle, like I have a friend who's got like middle school age kids, and she's like, they're just starting to it's becoming so fun to hang out with them again, because like they're interested in things, and they like to have fun, and they want to do stuff still with me, and and then she's got an older, like a 16-year-old, I think, who doesn't really want to hang out with her anymore.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's funny. I think that obviously they need less from you as they get older, but give more to you when they're older.
There's definitely that like middle school age where they're like, I'm too cool to hang out with my parents. Yeah, that's
right about when it starts.
And you're like, ugh, God.
And then they get a little
older. You're a snotty little brat.
And then they come back. Yeah.
Yeah. And then they turn like 18 or 17 and they're like, oh my God, Mom and Dad, how do I life? And you're like, oh God, all right, here we go. They're like, I don't know what I want to do for school. And you're like, welcome to being an adult.
Yeah.
It's like, we're all still asking that question.
T. Schmidt said, let's be clear. My oldest decided that soccer is life. He's on football is life. He's on 2 different teams, has practice 5 days a week, 2 practices on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and often has games on Saturday and Sunday. Sadly, I haven't painted pretty much all season. That is the time, right? When
I think that it is awesome, and I hope that you have the ability to support your kids when they are so convinced on what they love, right? Yep. I was not one of those kids. I had no idea what I wanted to do. I had stuff that I liked to do, but nothing that really like drove me from a passion perspective. And I didn't really get that for a long time. Yeah. So I think it's really cool, and I would have loved to have had the ability of my parents to help nurture, the things that I was passionate about, be it, soccer or football or art or whatever, right?
One of my friend's sons was a swimmer growing up, and that is some aggressive practice schedules, like,
Yeah.
because they would have to go practice before school, and he's
Mhm.
a child, so he has to be driven before school. So like 5 o'clock in the morning, they have swim practice before school, and yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I was gonna say, T. Schmidt, take your go bag and paint at the games or practices. Brutal Burrito suggests painting while they sleep. Except at the beginning, I think you're supposed to sleep when they sleep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because
Otherwise you
when they're
won't.
awake, you're not sleeping.
and yeah, the go bag is for go paint. Can be.
Welcome to the new product, Go Acryl.
You've tried the go bag and painting at practice before, and it feels weird. It might get some people interested in a new hobby.
It's only weird because you're the only parent who has a real hobby.
Yeah.
The rest of them are like, "What's a hobby?" And you're like, "Sweet summer child."
Well, and I think people would be like fascinated by it, because it's not a common thing that people know about. Like if you were sitting there painting on a canvas, people would be like, "Oh, there's a guy painting on a canvas. He likes art." But if they see you sitting and painting like a 3-dimensional figurine, that's something different that probably a lot of people haven't seen before.
And also break the ice by making my kid missed the nerd gene joke.
It's one thing to admit that you paint plastic soldiers for a hobby, but showing it courtside, I think I'll pass. It's funny. I had a coworker when I was teaching. He was our librarian, and he was very artistic. He would sit. He was the guy that would doodle, and so like every staff meeting, he would just be doodling, and had these like really elaborate, creative doodles that I love to look at. And he, I'd like, hey, what you doing this weekend? He's like, oh, like I got this nerd stuff that I do, and yeah, I don't really talk too much about it. And that's like he wouldn't
Poor guy.
be friends with any of us on social media because
Oh, that's so
he
was
just used it for his nerd stuff, and it was like his own nerd stuff. This was way before I knew anything about miniatures. I knew he was super into Star Wars and stuff like that.
Yep.
So I just assumed it was something related. Well, then once I learned about all of this, I started to put things together. I'm like, I bet he played like Warhammer or something like that, and paints miniature. I just was like, I'm positive he does this. And so for the longest time, I would look every time we went to a store. I would be looking for him, and all local events, I would look for him just to see if I would ever see him there.
Just like happened to be there.
Yeah,
That's funny.
I still am convinced that that was the nerd stuff.
His
that he was
particular
talking about.
brand of nerd.
Those who said I'm going back and working on a project I started about a year ago but didn't finish. Going to use some Payne's Gray with magenta to do a little bit of shading. Jordan inspired me yesterday with the Payne's Gray and Burgundy combo.
It's so good.
Is what we're looking at here. It's beautiful. Thanks to Henry Cavill, being a nerd is slightly more accepted.
Yeah, I think weirdly enough, he's done a lot for nerd culture.
Yeah.
Right? Like
a lot of people have. I mean, there's a lot of celebrities that are starting to, be a little more connected to.
He's just been really big in pop culture in general.
Yeah.
So the fact that like he also is a ginormous like Warhammer nerd.
Yeah.
it's funny because there's this interview where he literally like pauses the interview because he's like been staring at this chandelier that looks like a Blackstone fortress. He's like, hold on. It's like, you're not going to understand this, but I know that there's going to be a ton of people out there who are watching this who will get this. He's like, I've been staring at this freaking thing the whole time that we've been here filming, and it looks like a Blackstone fortress.
Oh, that's so funny.
And the guy's just like, I don't know what you're talking about. But he's like, there are people out here who will know what that is. And they will appreciate the reference. So it's so funny to me that like.
Yeah, that's great. Derpstick said, how do you use the DA1 and DA2 dry brushes? What uses do they have over the round ones, the domed DD1?
Those are the angled brushes, right?
Yes.
They are better for like edges and hard surface stuff. The domed dry brushes work really, really well on adding really subtle highlights to flat surfaces. Whereas like the angled dry brushes are really good at like hitting that hard edge.
Joe Manganiello, yep. Vin Diesel.
Yeah, I mean,
There's a ton of
Riddick is literally his D&D character.
Oh.
I don't know if you knew that. Yeah, so the Chronicles of Riddick and all that. That is literally his D&D character.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Best part is when he starts nerding out about his custodians and turns out the Bard actor is also a 40K fan.
Oh, that was great.
They ended up booking a play date during the interview. That's
yeah.
Awesome.
He's like,
we gotta get together and play.
You play Warhammer? He's like, yeah, I have a Necron army. It's like, we should hook up. It's so good. Yeah, Joe Manganiello. Yeah, I think he did a lot more for the like D&D crowd.
Yeah.
Which I mean is
Vin Diesel, yeah.
all part of like the hobby in general. But it's cool to get a little bit more specific notoriety for like miniature war games, right. That sort of thing. Because I feel like D&D kind of became a little bit more mainstream first, but like miniature war games are still that kind of like. They're like,
people have
what are you
heard
talking
of
about?
D&D enough, like almost everyone.
Yeah,
like you can stop
if you're
most
like
people on the street
Dungeons
and ask
and Dragons,
what D&D is, and they know.
They're
what
like,
it is.
oh yeah, it's.
They
that
might not
thing.
know what it is, but they've heard of it.
Yeah.
Whereas if you said, "Hey, do you know what Warhammer is?" They'd be like, "What?"
Yeah, most people would be like, no, don't know what you're talking about. And you're like, oh well, kind of hard to explain.
So I could do easy edge highlights on Space Marines with the angled ones. Good to know because the domed ones are currently sold out. We are expecting them back anytime.
Yeah.
We should have them again within the next week or two, I would say. They're on the way. We have tracking information, so
yeah,
have them soon.
The domed brushes just do a better job of getting like a more broad, softer, gentler, like almost kind of like illumination of dry brushing. Whereas the angle brushes are a little bit harsher, but you can get like some really nice edge highlights with them. Not that you can't do that with these, but this will hit more surface area than the wedge dry brushes will. Who done it? Who likes us?
Thank you. Oh, that's what he's saying, is that they're good for like edges and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks like we will have brushes restocked by the end of next week.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. Nerd stuff has been a lot more mainstream acceptable for a while. First Avengers movie is 12 years old at this point. It seems like it's older than 12 years. I don't know.
I think it's 2011 was when it came out.
2011?
Hmm.
Okay, so
For sure. 2010,
13,
2011,
13
something.
years. Maybe there were others before that though, right? Like Iron Man and stuff was all before that?
Yes.
Okay. Load Walrus, hello. Source. And that's sarcasm?
Alright. I'm gonna use a little bit of bright yellow ochre here, mixed with the dark hot pink.
Wells, hello. Friday.
Give me a little bit more of like a peachy highlight. So the reason I'm adding some of this yellowish color is I want to keep bringing this a little bit brighter, but I want to keep it more saturated in color. Adding the pale yellow has just been a little too just a little too pale. I want a little bit more richness in color there. And I think that adding a little bit of that more colorful yellow will help get me there.
Tech Elf missed the highlight color that you just said.
Bright yellow ochre.
Bright yellow ochre.
I'm gonna brighten up the chest a little bit. Getting a little bit of glaze, try and smooth out this transition a bit.
Hello, Jade.
Jade,
Friday.
hello. Hmm.
It hasn't done that for a while.
What?
The light operator.
Oh, I mean, it is almost exactly 3 o'clock.
I know, but it hasn't been doing that for a while. I don't. Oh, I haven't been here too much.
Yeah, I was about to say, you've been gone for like a week and change.
I don't recall it doing it yesterday.
I think it did it really early yesterday.
Our Don't Eat the Paint light has a mind of its own.
It is a mysterious, magical light.
And this is that bright yellow ochre.
Mm-hmm.
Looks
It's
so
not
good.
pure. It's still mixed in, but it definitely is
It's
like
just enough though. Yeah.
yeah. It's a lot more subtle. It's a lot less harsh of a highlight too. One of the things that I try to do when I feel like the color's kind of starting to run away from me, where it just goes really really pale too quickly, is bringing it back down with a lot more warmth or coolness, using some more color instead of just having the really bright color. That's why I try to avoid using things like, you know, bold titanium white a ton, because they can over desaturate the model that you're working on in a way that makes it look kind of weird.
Yeah. Brad said every time someone eats the paint, it turns itself on or off. It only happens once a day, though. And I feel like hooligans eat the paint a lot more than once a day. So while
That's funny.
I like where you're going with this route, I don't trust the people out there. I keep waiting to see. I mean, I can see them, but I like in my I like to see our ads in my feed. Like when I'm
Mhm.
scrolling, I like to
Oh,
see
yeah, yeah.
our ads. And I haven't seen the new ones
Really?
on my feed. I've seen them, and I've seen, that they're out there. But
Jen's not dedicated
they're not
enough
in my-
to the hobby.
Let me tell you how many times I see all of our other ads, though.
Oh, that's funny. Well, I've definitely seen our new ads quite a bit. Using a bit of Payne's Gray to build up some brightness and spots on the black hair.
Quiet today.
I know. You guys are having too much fun hanging out and painting while we're painting.
That's a good question. In testing the new sprays, did anyone spray them on a metal model?
We did not, but it should not have any issues. Or at least not that I know of. They may have done some tests on some metal models. I was not here when the cans came in. So I was en route to Germany. But there's no reason that they wouldn't work on metal models. None whatsoever.
Jason is in Wisconsin
Mm-hmm.
this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And His first stop was for cheese curds, I think.
Of course.
But then it looked like it came with ketchup.
Weird.
But someone said it's.
Oh, okay. That's much less weird. You can see I'm kind of like keeping this curve, this reflective highlight across the chest here, where you can see it on the dress. It's still following through on the hair as well.
So Jordan,
Yes.
back in the 80s, there was this singer named Robert Palmer.
Okay.
And he had his song is "Addicted to Love." You've probably heard it. It's a pretty much older than you, but it's been in like commercials and
Sure.
you've probably heard it before.
Yeah.
Anyway, the music video for this is him, and I want to say the room is red, like red walls or something. And
Okay.
it's just him, and he's in a black suit, and he's singing, and he's got like a band behind him,
Mm-hmm.
and they're all women in like short black dresses with slick back hair, and they all look the same.
Okay.
And every time I look at the mask on this model, that's what it reminds me of. I'm gonna pull up a video, or
Okay.
a picture, so you can see
Sure.
what I'm talking about here. Yeah, so this one does. So these are the oh, but face.
Oh yeah.
Just because it's like they're so smooth and like the contrast and
It's definitely kind of the idea.
yeah.
Right? Because I should probably even bring the highlights on the skin up a little bit even more. I should probably go.
My neighbor just whistled at me and said, "Nice cans." I got really shy about it until I realized they were talking about my new monument sprays.
Nice. Nice. I think pushing just a touch more. I'm just glazing up these brighter colors on the skin to try and push that contrast even more. I really don't like these eyes. Don't like the eyes, Jen. I don't like the eyes.
Eyes are everybody's least favorite thing.
Well, it's not that they're painted poorly. I don't think. I think I just don't like that they exist.
Yeah.
So I think maybe turning it into more of a mask will feel
So then,
more
and
creepy.
did you do, because like we had talked about doing the eyes with like one of them being
for her?
milky and, yeah.
I kind of like
One of
how
her
they're
eyes,
how they look with the both, like,
are they like super light blue?
no, they're just gray.
Gray, okay. Yeah, I think that's creepy.
Yeah, because how they're that like milky, blind.
Yeah, I think that looks cool.
That feels better to me for some reason.
Yeah.
Where it's just black.
Yeah.
I don't know why. What did they do on here? Did they paint them? Oh, they're just white on the box art. That's really weird.
Interesting.
Oh yeah. Oh shoot. That's the other part of this that looks really weird. No eyebrows.
Oh yeah.
All right, I always have trouble with like eyebrow positioning. Because they should be like just above this ridge, or they should be at the ridge. What do you think, Jen?
I mean, it feels like from the way I'm looking at it right now, it almost looks like there's eyebrows.
Right, on the.
It is like
they're almost sculpted on, yeah.
there, yeah. I would say they're like right on it.
Like right on the edge of the brow.
Yeah, because like if you think of your own, like feel that part that comes out.
Yeah.
But your eyebrows aren't above it. They're like right on that bone in your eye.
Yeah, I'm doing this not on this. Actually, we're gonna do it like this.
Give her Groucho Marx eyebrows. It's like.
I always hate eyebrows. I don't mind painting eyes. Eyebrows are so weird.
Yeah.
And then what I can do is I can take this color, add a bit more brightness to the area below.
You almost never see eyebrows on Space Marine faces.
We should definitely be there. Is that rain that I just heard?
Maybe.
Goodness.
And rainy.
I know. It was so nice this morning. Just that little bit of dampness in the air.
It
Cool breeze.
poured rain for about maybe 30 seconds at our house this morning.
Oh, really?
It just like I could hear it inside the house just pouring, and then it stopped. By the time I got to the window to look, it was already done. My weather app does not indicate that it is currently raining, but that doesn't mean anything.
That does not mean anything.
We have no windows in here, so we can't see.
Well, technically, we could crack a window, but it would not be very efficient.
Bad.
Yes. My assumption is that both you and Jason would not approve.
No, something like that.
And female faces are so hard to paint.
Really?
Yeah. Like with faces for like male faces, you can get away with the rugged
Yeah.
look
Yeah.
a lot easier.
Yeah.
Whereas like a feminine featured face tends to be a lot like smoother, and because I mean, frankly, y'all do a better job taking care of your skin than we do.
Well, I mean, I've seen some men with some very nice skin where like I need to ask them some
It's
skincare tips.
definitely not the norm though. Definitely not the norm. So it's like, you know, it's really difficult to get that like really like super polished, especially if you're trying to paint something with like makeup on it, because it's like even you have to get it even more perfect. It's like, because I do want to put some like eyeshadow on this, and obviously it's got lipstick already. But.
Someone up there, it was Okran, said time to watch some makeup videos.
You know, it's funny. You'd learn a lot.
Yep.
Funny enough.
It's like painting.
It is exactly like painting.
I get what he was going for. There goes.
What?
Ghost Hunter said, Jordan explaining a feminine face to someone who looks at one every day in the mirror.
I mean, I'm not trying to educate Jen. I'm explaining why the thing is hard to paint.
I understood what you were going for there.
Obviously, Jen is. That's why I said, you know what I'm talking about. Like, I am not the. Of the two people in this room, I'm definitely not the professional in the.
Derpstick said, my weather app says it's 78 degrees. Perfect time for rattle can priming, but I'm waiting on new filters for my respirator mask. Probably smart. Where do you live where it's 78 degrees today? because in Arizona at this moment it is only 74. Not often that we are cooler than other places.
That's true.
Contouring and makeup. I mean, contouring is insane. The things that people can do.
Making it up the whole time. It was like, I want my face to look like this.
Yeah.
It's like, okay,
It's crazy.
got there.
California. All right. Well, definitely.
Screw
it's
you.
Rare. Yeah, it's definitely rare that we're cooler than California.
Suck it. We have cooler weather than you
Well,
by 4 degrees.
Be careful, Jordan, because it's going to be 100 again next week.
I know.
So don't get all cocky.
Hey, I'm taking it.
We're gonna have a rough time again.
Hey, I'm getting while the getting's hot. All right.
It's this beautiful 75, 76 today and tomorrow, and then it slowly goes back up. And they took the 100 out as of right now. There was one day next week that it was supposed to be been 100, but now the hottest looks like 99 Friday.
Is it weird that I keep on like I have been gone so frequently this year that I have had the feeling of like, oh, I'm not going to be here next week so often this year that I had a knee-jerk reaction when you said that. I was like, oh, well, I'm not going to be here for it. And I was just like, oh, no, I'm actually going to be here. Weird. Just because, like, the last 4 months, I've had, like, show, 2 or 3 weeks, show, 2 or 3 weeks, show.
48 degrees game delay. That's too cold.
I wonder how cold it is in Seattle right now. I will find out.
California is a big state. Is it?
California's huge.
Really?
Yeah. It's... Are you joking?
I mean, I'm familiar with California.
Yeah, I'm like,
it's a big state.
I was like, this seems like something that you definitely know already.
I know this.
It's 53 in Bothell right now, which is in Seattle.
Oh, yeah. 54 and rainy in North Dakota.
Man, 53 sounds nice. I think it's gonna rain too. It's raining all day. Oh, I'm so jealous. I miss rain. That's like...
Or ever after in Monroe, Washington, is 48.
Oh, dang. Look at that. If only we could get more rain here, I would be a happy boy.
Yeah. It's a desert, so.
It could even remain hot. I'm not even bent out of shape about that.
Yeah.
I just want it to rain more.
You were sick 10 years ago, going to move to Arizona with your family. Mom and Dad changed their minds on it.
We even had like a really, really mild monsoon season too.
Yeah, we have for the past couple of years.
Like even last year we had a couple of doses of like pretty heavy rain during the like September, October months. Mm-hmm. But this year is just a whole lot of nothing.
Saying it's only going to be 99, it's going to be 100, and they're just messing with you. Like saying something is under $10 because it's $9.99. We all know it's $10.
Yeah, this thing is not $10, guys. It's $9.99. Like, screw you, it's $10. We all know that that's $10. Stop trying to make everybody believe otherwise.
You can give them the full $10, but they'll give you a penny back.
Oh man, I feel like I could noodle on this for hours and
Mhm.
hours and hours and hours. Maybe I'll spend a little bit of time and get the lips looking really nice and clean. Because that's a thing that I can probably get done before the end of stream.
$3:32. 30 minutes. Awkwardish Panda, hi and bye to you.
Bye
Thanks
bye.
for stopping by. Have a good weekend. Phoenix is pretty large, yes. Of course.
Okay. Now I need some nice old bed. So what I did was I started by getting the bottom lip all kind of rounded out, and then I followed the contour of the upper lip when doing the top part. Now I'm just kind of doing these kind of hash mark lines, which will be basically impossible to see. I'll see them more as you start bringing up the brightness before I glaze everything back down.
Spitfire Miniatures wants to know if IPA will damage resin.
If you have a super high alcohol content IPA and you leave it for a long time, yes. But if you're just cleaning something in it really quick, you'll be fine. ISO also evaporates really quickly, so you don't have to worry about it like staying on your model for a long period of time.
As Ghost Hunter said, IPA will damage your liver and taste for real beer.
Please don't drink IPA. Like actually, it's really bad for you. It's not like regular alcohol.
Few hours. Sounds like no.
Yeah, definitely don't leave it soaking for a few hours. That's not good.
Are you asking this because you left it at home and then took off? And you're wondering if it's going to be destroyed when you get back? 40 minutes will damage resin. Why do you need to strip them? Can't you just paint over them? Reprime them? Start over? Ghost Hunter.
What is he saying?
You use a brass pole or a chair for stripping.
Oh God.
Paint that's on there is really thick, so I need to scrub them down. Kruger, right now we're at 127.
$127.
Number of colors that we have.
Oh. Yeah.
Defera said I would not recommend thinning Procryl paints with Vallejo's thinner medium because it will actually thicken them. I've not heard this before.
I've also not heard this before. News to me.
Heard that people have good results when using our paints with other like thinners and turn on your tap.
Okay, there we go. All right, some
Death from Impulsor, hello.
purple
Happy
eyeshadow,
Friday.
maybe.
see.
Sorry. I'm just creating a glaze real quick.
Derpstick, everyone here will just use water. Like when they airbrush and stuff, just plain old tap water from Arizona, with things floating in it and everything.
A little bit of a glaze back over the lipstick there. Thank you. The white?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I understand why they did the white, just to help give a little bit of balance to the rest of the features. It looks kind of unfinished.
And it looks like Scarlett Johansson. Now I can't because now the eye is like throwing me. But how was Debbie Gibson's show? She play all the 80s hits. Yeah, she did Ghost Hunter. Very popular in the 80s. I'm very interested to know what kind of crowd goes to see Debbie Gibson now.
Probably people who listened to her a lot in the 80s.
Probably people my age, probably women my age. Saw her the first time at a mall or something. The circus, it was good. She's definitely full of energy. Oh my gosh, don't apologize. You were working. We will not expect a video from everyone that we recognize that you mentioned. But I appreciate the gesture and the effort. Hey Mo.
Mo.
What is up? We got about 10 minutes left. That's what's up. Then we all get to start our weekends.
Yep.
Those eyes. Freaking me out.
That's a face.
Yeah. It's like gum.
It is. It does feel kind of like gum, except it's
like when you step on gum and it.
except gum
your
doesn't
foot
like
sticks
pull
to
itself away.
Oh. Gameplay said I made part of the model I'm working on so vivid with your transparency and fluorescence, I'm now having to saturate all the other colors on the model just to keep up.
Yep, that happened to me when I was working on Danav.
Oh,
Believe it
yeah?
or not, yeah. I started like doing some glazes on the gold with yellow, and I was like, whoop, yep, dang it. All right, rest of the model's got to come up. All right. That feels a bit better. It's tough because like the skin on her like her real face has so much texture and dimension to it that it feels really weird having this face that also doesn't have a lot of like texture and dimension
Well,
to
but
it.
I think that's what is making it look so cool is that it's that perfect
Yeah.
skin, that perfect facade that she would put on to trick people.
Part of me wants to try the mirror face. Or the mirror instead.
Try to what?
Do the mirror hand instead of the because there's an alternate arm that is holding like a mirror.
Oh, instead of the mask?
Mm-hmm. Let me see. I might be able to go find it on my desk really quick.
Like the mask. We're almost done today. So.
Well, we'll find it and I'll show it to you guys on Monday. But I gave it to Gabe. I don't know where it went.
That reminds me of my first wife.
I think it could be cool because it would add a little bit more like non-metallic metal, and then I could. Jordan paints 2 perfect faces and still isn't happy. Paint faces with 0 detail. Yeah. Look.
Need some knuckle tattoos.
Ugh. It's not that I'm unhappy with it. I think you guys are getting the wrong idea. It's not that I am not happy with it. It's that when I look at the model, it doesn't look quite right.
Really?
Yeah, and it's not that it's painted poorly. It's that like the vision of it that I have in my head hasn't quite like popped into being in on the model yet.
That makes sense. Yep. Totally valid.
For me, the face looks perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I think the first face that I did is like exactly what I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And the problem is like this other part of the model is not quite there. And I think that the mirror would be a nice little bit of contrast because it would be something that's like non-metallic metal, and I could paint it like a tarnished silver, which would look really, really cool. And then I could hand paint her reflection as like a pretty woman in the mirror, which would be super cool. Tell a completely different sort of story. Jordan wants the most important part of the model is painted. You'll be fine. So get on the cat. Cat doesn't have a tail yet, so I can't finish painting the cat yet.
I feel like that though. I mean, I think Mo might be just kind of being a little lighthearted, but I feel like that is something that, you know, because like these other pieces are so developed, and then you still have stuff that's like completely unpainted.
Yeah.
And I think that's, you know, making it a little difficult to see the whole thing together as well.
The other part of this, which is an interesting note, is that here it is. Here it is. We have this.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
I guess it just depends on the story that you want to tell with the model.
Right.
I think that the mask tells a completely different story than the mirror.
It does. We also have this big part, which is not currently on the model. And there's some like parts that dangle off the side.
I don't even know what that is.
It's just like a wooden wheel.
Candles.
With some candles on them, yeah. Can I hit free?
That's what he said he was thinking of doing.
Yeah.
Exactly that. Paint reflection. As a beautiful woman.
Yep. Do we have? There's little nubs on the bottom of this that need to not be there.
I personally am a fan of the mask.
I might paint them both up.
Yeah.
And then keep them separate.
Yeah.
And then see how I feel as the model kind of comes together a little bit more. And then this part is definitely going to get painted separately and then be attached last. Mm-hmm. But it's like that. And then I could do this part instead.
Yeah.
Which is cool because when you look at it like this, you'd be able to like see the reflection This is cool. I wish that both of them had been like pushed down a little bit more. Like maybe there's a world where I change the model a little bit and have it move down like this instead of covering part of her face. These are all things to consider.
So many options.
It is true. So many options. Also need to bend this wheel because it is definitely not straight. Where is the clippers? Okay. The wheel in the sky keeps on turning. Wow, there is more of this miniature? Yeah. There are many worse songs you could have stuck in your head. That is correct. So this guy connects, yeah, like that. Just gets glued on like so. And then we got the chicken foot kind of hangs off at the end here. Like that. And then this part goes into there. Boom. Goes in like that. That gets glued in like that. That goes like that. All right. That's it. That's on the hair on there. Kind of roughed out. The cloth is sort of roughed out. Do you believe in life after love? You guys have got too many songs in your head right now. And y'all need to be letting them out. Sing them out loud. Gonna do a wee bit of cleanup. Ow, shoot. Broken stuff. Oh, you guys ready for the weekend? I know I am. It's gonna be a good weekend. I am looking forward to it. Oh, is everybody safe and sound?
They're all pretty much all gone.
Alrighty then. Well,
Always anxious to leave on a Friday.
I know, right? Sounds like it's also time for us to leave. Thank you guys for hanging out with us today.
Jordan, do you believe in life after love?
Yeah, you know what? I do. Jen's gonna put some links into chat for you guys. We got the store link where you can find all the fantastic products that we sell here at Moneyman Hobbies. You can check the FLGS link out where you can find local game stores to support near you. Make sure you guys join the Discord as well. Great place to find monthly challenges and fantastic people to help with your hobby time. And then we have the YouTube, which is full of lovely tutorial content and all the live streams that you may have missed. Make sure to drop us a follow. We are going to find somebody to raid. We're gonna find
level painting.
All right.
It's Friday.
It's Friday.
Stick around.
It's Kenny time. Stick around for some time with Kenny.
ICS highlights and.
Yep. We will be back Monday with Jen and I. Jason will be gone still. For our standard Monday live stream. Don't forget, Monday through Friday.
Arizona.
2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. See you guys all next week. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.